All right, y'all. So it's getting worse by the day, if I'm being honest with you. It is getting worse by the day. So now we have this. I low-key love this woman because she keeps saying the quiet part out loud. This is MAGA Congresswoman Maria Salazar, and she went on Fox News, and she gave us an update on the inevitable war on Venezuela. And again, she just admitted. Day in and day out. Listen to this. This is crazy.
President, she says, no, you cannot run. Politically speaking, according to this law, that other law.
They said you had corruption charges.
Whatever. And then she says, okay, no problem. I'm not running as president. Let me put this nice gentleman in Mundo Gonzalez.
How long before this happens? What is your prediction? Before Christmas?
Imminent, because
we're on the verge. You're saying within days we're going to see something happen.
Because this is what we did with Iran, that we gave ample notice to their commercial airlines. Do not overfly the Venezuela. That's exactly what the president has done. And now this is not going to be hard. 80% of the Venezuelans voted for the opposition. You have
total lie.
8 million Venezuelans in exile. We're talking about the largest reserves of oil in the world that will be doing business with the American oil companies. And that is something that I have made very sure that they understand.
It's insane she keeps saying this out loud. It's insane she keeps saying, like, the oil is going to be amazing. We're going to grab the oil. It's going to be great. It's the biggest oil reserves in the world. The American companies are going to love it when we illegally and offensively overthrow a government that didn't attack us. Notice the language. She also said, it's imminent. She said, it's imminent that we're going to attack in Venezuela proper and actually try regime change.
Be doing business with the American oil companies. And that is something that I have made very sure that they understand. American companies in Venezuela for the next 100 years.
All right. Well, you heard it. It's imminent in just days. Congresswoman Maria Salazar.
Thank God for small favors and for President Trump.
Okay, do they not realize that this is the part you're supposed to hide, you fucking idiot? When George W. Bush and Dick Cheney, when they did the build-up to the Iraq War, they had to say, oh my God, he has weapons of mass destruction. Oh my God, he's going to attack us. Oh my God, we don't want the evidence to come in the form of a mushroom cloud after he hits us. They had to say stuff like that to scare people into thinking this is a just war. This is a rational war. It is defensive by its nature. That's the only way you were able to build up the popular support to go into Iraq in the first place. They did 2 years of propaganda, right? And then it became very apparent to people after a while, wait a second, this might have something to do with the oil, huh? The invasion of Iraq, Saddam didn't have weapons of mass destruction. He wasn't going to attack us. Huh, that's kind of weird. Well, now she's just saying it, that it's going to be great. It's going to be great. The oil companies are going to be so happy. We're going to be able to do business there. Like, we're basically going to steal their natural resources. It's going to be awesome. Jesus Christ. I guess points for honesty, right? But the fact that they feel like they don't even have to lie to you anymore, that says something horrible about where we are as a country, right? Doesn't it? But you do have Trump and co. They are trying to lie about it. And what are they doing? It's about the drugs. There's all these drugs. We don't like these drugs. They're sending drugs in the country. They're killing hundreds of thousands of people, right? Meanwhile, zero fentanyl comes from Venezuela. And Trump just pardoned an actual 400-ton trafficking cocaine fascist. The former president of Honduras, who is both a fascist and was sending $20 billion worth of cocaine into the country. So pardon the actual narco trafficker while lying and saying Maduro is a narco trafficker. They literally made up the name of a fake cartel to say he's the head of this fake cartel and he's sending all the drugs into the country. No fentanyl comes from there. Less than 10% of all the drugs that come into the U.S. come from Venezuela. All the ships they've been bombing, none of them are coming to the U.S., and none of them are trafficking ships. None of them. In fact, they'd have to refuel 20 times to even get to our shore. That Rand Paul, the Republican congressman, was the one who came out and said that too. That like they literally can't reach here. So it's just a lie to say that they're drug trafficking. They used pictures of drug boats from the year 2009 to try to pretend this is who we bombed, this is who we attacked, and we're doing it to protect the country. Meanwhile, they act like we don't have actual evidence and we don't know who some of these people are. I mean, of course we do. Over 20 boats have been bombed. 83 people at least have been killed. We have fishermen from Trinidad and Tobago, fishermen from Colombia, fishermen from Venezuela. So they're literally just blowing up random fucking dinghy fishing boats and acting like that makes them heroes, acting like they're stopping narco-terrorists, which isn't even a thing. What does that even mean? Narco-terrorists, what does that mean? They're like going to smuggle the cocaine into the country. Then they're going to hop out of the boat and start shooting at people with machine guns or do a suicide vest in a cafe after that. That's not a thing. It doesn't happen. They're literally making up words. They're making up categories in order to try to justify an illegal and offensive war. So as I speak to you right now, what's going on? There's 11 warships, 11 in the Caribbean, 11. There's 15,000 U.S. troops that are there as well. You have the admiral who oversaw the strikes resigned and said, I can't sign on to this because they knew Pete Hegseth and Trump are asking us to commit war crimes. Now, it's so egregious, even mainstream media is going, yeah, I think those are war crimes. And they're talking specifically about the double tap hit where they bombed one of the boats, but 2 people survived. Then they bombed them again. That's literally the textbook example of an order that's illegal, like in the manual on this stuff. Is like, well, if they ask you to do that, that's an order you can reject because that's clearly not legal. They did it. They did it. So when you have even like Jake Tapper on CNN and mainstream media pundits going, yeah, that's a total crime. Like you can't do that. That's murder. That's like a terror attack. You know, we are so far gone, bro. We are so far gone. So, but there it is. She admits it. She says the attack is imminent, and then she goes on to say it's about the oil. Also, Trump himself in 2023, while giving a speech, said we were close to overthrowing Maduro in his first term. If we did, we would have taken the oil. We would have taken the oil. Trump has also said it about Syria. He said, we're occupying a third of Syria to take the oil. He said that. Again, he admits it. He used to say this in his CPAC speeches about Iraq. He would say, to the victor go the spoils, to the victor go the spoils. And so we should have just taken the oil. Just take the oil. That's what you got to do is take it. So he's got a track record of this stuff. He's got a track record. So he's doing this for his billionaire donors. He's doing this for the oil companies. He's also doing it because his Blackwater war criminal friend, Eric Prince, he wants a new mission. And so he's going to illegally occupy Venezuela with his armed thugs. They're going to put in there the puppet leader of that psychopath who just won the Nobel Peace Prize and dedicated it to Trump, by the way. The Nobel Peace Prize winner was begging Netanyahu to do regime change in Venezuela. That's who won the Nobel Peace Prize. Absolutely disgusting. I should also point out this psycho-ass congresswoman who's salivating over this. She's the one who said, oh, Maduro is allied with Hezbollah. He's actually sending uranium to Hamas. You can't make up how fucking preposterous these people are and their lies are. He's sending uranium to Hamas? What? Who believes this shit? Who believes this shit? So everybody needs to stand unified on this one, right? But unfortunately, I've seen the polls. A majority of MAGA now supports war with Venezuela because their fucking daddy Trump decided, let's do it. But every reasonable person needs to be clear. No war with Venezuela. No war with Venezuela. There's zero threat to us whatsoever. Everybody knows there's zero threat to us whatsoever. The only time a war is moral if it's defensive in its nature. This is not defensive. This is offensive. This is about imperialism. This is about colonialism. This is about making the billionaires richer. This is about making the oil companies wealthier. This is what fascists do. We're looking at what fascists do. And any nonsense about, oh, we're freeing the people of Venezuela. My fucking ass cheeks, you're freeing the people of Venezuela. Are you kidding me? That's not. We support 73% of the world's dictatorships. And we're supposed to believe that you're doing this for freedom and democracy? What a sick, sick joke. These motherfuckers try to steal elections here. Here. They don't even believe in democracy for the U.S. Of course they don't believe in it for Venezuela or anywhere else. Like I said, we back and arm 73% of the world's dictatorships. I mean, we're backing Netanyahu and Mohammed bin Salman right now, some of the worst fucking leaders on the planet. We're going to lecture anybody about freedom and democracy and human rights? What a joke. We believe in the opposite of that. We believe in might makes right. We believe in the law of the jungle. And that's why they're trying to overthrow Maduro. That's why they're trying to basically steal Venezuela, jack its natural resources. That's what this all comes down to. And sometimes they accidentally tell the truth. And this one loves to tell the truth and admit it's about the oil from time to time. But she acts like that's not something you should be upset about. You know? She acts like, oh, you should just be cool with that. Really? Should we? Should we be cool with that? If you believe that, you're disgusting. None of these people believe in international law. None of these people do the basic moral and intellectual exercise of what if the shoe was on the other foot, right? None of them do it. Okay, so if we have a right as the U.S. to invade a country that wasn't going to attack us and overthrow it and put in whatever government we want. By that logic, why wouldn't, I don't know, say Iran have the right to do that to us, or Russia or China have the right to do that to us? Say, hey, we don't like you guys. We think you've committed war crimes. We have, by the way. So we're gonna do regime change for you, and we're gonna put a puppet that's gonna help our interests in your country. How would they feel about that? They would fucking lose their minds. They'd be pressing that nuclear button like that if that were to happen. But somehow it's okay when we do it to other people. Well, I'm here to tell you it's fucking not. I'm here to tell you it's fucking not. International law can and should mean something, and we should uphold it and honor it. But these thug gangster criminals don't want to do that, because at the end of the day, what they want is a mobocracy, and they want Trump to be the lead mafia don. That's what they want. That's the world they want, and it's a fucking disgusting, pathetic world. And by the way, I should point out in conclusion, in that world, clearly, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck. They want to spend, they sent $40 billion to Argentina, to Malay. Meanwhile, they were freezing the food stamp money here and starving kids. Okay, these are sick people. We send billions of dollars to Israel, but they have free healthcare. We don't have free healthcare here. These are disgusting people that we're talking about here. They don't give a fuck. They don't care inflation's going up. They don't care unemployment's going up. They don't care that the rich are looting the treasury. They don't care that they just cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels and Medicaid. They don't care. They don't care. We have to make them care. Kick all the bums out and put a real government in there that will represent us instead of whatever the fuck this is. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.